good morning, or should say good afternoon, my peepers. Welcome to Shaleem's Creativity Room. This is Flosstube number 137. I am doing this a day earlier than I normally would because starting tomorrow is all Halloween or autumn. It's not all Halloween. I have a wheel that I set up with all my Halloween whips and my autumn whips. So it's not just Halloween. Most of it is, but I do have some autumn. Anyways, I have a new start. I have a finish for September in all my whips. And then I'll show you what I am stitching on today, all day. So, and then I'll tell you my plans for October. So I'm getting ready to set up this room. I have some lights to put up on my book stand there. So I already have the hooks up. I just need to put up the lights. And I have a bunch of little ornaments I'm just going to put up there in front of the like colored pencil cases. But yeah, let's get started. As you all know, I have been working on Chromatic Dragon from Pain Free Crafts. It has to be done, but I want it done by December 1st, just so I can get it to Hobby Lobby and get it framed. I am at 85.15%. So I am on page 18 and 23. There are 25 pages. The 21 through 25 are just these two squares all the way across. So I'm doing them as I'm doing the pages up above. So yes, this will get stitched on like every day. And then once November 1st gets here, this is pretty much all I'm stitching on until it's done. But yeah, it's a Christmas gift. Okay, yesterday and all of Mondays, it has been Mill Hill Monday. We are stitching on Haunted Lantern. I have this much done. And I am at 63.25%. Most of the cross stitching is done. Then I got to do some back stitching and add the beads. So I will be stitching on this on Monday nights throughout October. It should be finished in October. So I will not be spinning the wheel. There are certain days I'm not spinning the wheels. Okay, I need to put that there. Okay, and then all day today, and if it's not finished today, I will finish it tomorrow. And that is Haunted Library by Lola Crow. This was a stitch-along a couple years ago. Yeah. So I am almost done. I don't even have this written down on how much percentage I have left because all I am doing is just this section here. Everything else is totally done. Even the back stitching is done. If there's back stitching on this section, I will do that. But as I did each chapter, I also did the back stitching. So yeah, here we are. So I am finishing up this section here. So it should be done today. If not, like I said, I will finish it tomorrow. But, and then it goes out in the mail. I do have a little bit of dirt here, and I don't know if it's an ink stain or what. I'm going to try to get that out without smudging it or making it worse. But yeah, I'm hoping. So Yeah, when I do my floss tube in November, this won't be here because I would like the person to get it in October. So when I do finish it, I won't have it. But I will post it on my Facebook and probably Instagram. Okay, next. I am just going to grab things. They're in no particular order of when I stitched them. Oh, first I will show you a finish. I did finish a game of gnomes by Soda Stitches. It's done. And this is a piece of 28 count gingerbread by Picture This Plus. It's done. So this is Justin's Christmas gift next year, but I wanted it done because I didn't want to have to focus on this next year, because I have 2 ideas for next year, and I'm really debating on the 2. It's more towards the first idea. But yeah, it's done. I loved stitching on this. So when did I start this? I started this, I don't even remember now. I don't remember. But I think it took me 5 months, and I only worked on it on Tuesdays. And if the Tuesday was like the 13th or the last day of the month or the 4th or the 25th, then I didn't stitch on it. And I think, yeah, so that was the only time I didn't stitch on it. So, and that was on Tuesdays. But it's done, you guys. It's done. And ready. Okay. I'm excited for October. Okay, so for Tiny Thursdays, I'm trying to get this finished. This is Halloween Hoot Owl. So I will work on this on Thursdays until it's done. And hopefully it is done in October. A lot of it's done. Let me see. 41. So here he is. So the owl is done. I am getting ready to work on the broom. And then I have to go up on the hat. And then the back stitching. There is quite a bit of back stitching, but it's pretty easy. It's all straight lines. The only thing that's got squiggly lines is like this spider web. But other than that, it's pretty easy back stitching. So this should be done in October. Okay. I'm going to put that here. The other thing that I stitch on is the 25th of each month I do a Christmas piece. And right now I have been working on Ornament, the Enchanted Christmas Snowman by Donna Gelsinger. It's a Haid, and I'm in this section here. I'm working on page 1. And I did switch it over to tent stitch. So it was 1 over 1 full cross, but now I'm doing 2 over 1 tent. And you can't tell that I switched. The only thing you can tell is if I get up really close to it, but you're not going to look at it really close. You're going to look at it back. So yeah, I want to get some things done. So the ones that I can, I'm switching to tent stitch. They're not all getting switched to tent stitch, but a lot of them will be. And I won't be stitching on this in October. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm working on getting some of my stuff to 1%. And this is on the wheel for next month, for October. This is Hocus Pocus Gnomes by Thread Geeks. And I'm at 0.73%, so I don't have a lot more to do. And I did switch this to tent stitch. So I didn't have much done on it. There wasn't hardly anything done on it. So I did switch it to tent stitch. And it does stitch up much quicker. I'm loving the colors. Anything that's autumn and Halloween is like yes. So hopefully it will land on the wheel. Otherwise, if it does not get stitched on in October, it will come back out in November to get to the 1%. Because my wheel app, my wheel has way more WIPs on it than there is days of the month. Okay. I did get Sarah's Diner to 1%. This is artwork is by Catherine Holman, and it's patterned by Stitches So Beautiful. Absolutely love this. And so this is at 1.02%. And this I did full cross before I started doing tent stitching. So I will switch to tent stitch on this as well when I get back to it. So, yeah. Whenever I do get back to it. Let's see. Sunrise over in Autumn Village. This is by Puck's Closet. I did switch it to tent stitch. I'm up in here. And where am I on this? 1%. Exactly 1%. Yep. I am at 1%. I love autumn. I love the colors. And this is just so pretty. So pretty. And so big. Which is why I am doing a lot of tent stitching, because I have so many full coverages and a lot of them are big. Okay. There's that. I had a new start. This is called Woodland Glow by Cross Stitch for Everyone. And I am doing tent stitch on this. And I don't know what percent. Oh, I'm at 1.52%. So doing tent stitch, yeah, it goes much quicker. And since it's all a lot of one color, I don't even know if it, no, it wasn't black, it was $9.39. So I left parking because it's one color. But yeah, it goes much quicker. And I don't know when I'll get to this again. And this is on 25 count. Lugana. Okay, let's put you here. And that's by Cross Stitch for Everyone. Okay, Snowy. I'm debating if I want to work on this in October. I probably will, just because it's every other Saturday. So here is Quick Stitch Long-Tailed Snowy. It's a Haid artwork by Annie Rodrigue. I am doing it on 25 count. Gridded Lugana. This is full stitch because I have this much done. I am not switching it. When I have this much done, I don't switch it to 10th stitch. But yeah, that's the edge, so that's as wide as it's going to be. The top is right up here. So yeah. So yeah, I will I'll stitch on him in October on the Saturday nights. Okay. Another one, I've only been stitching on this one day a month, but I won't stitch on it in October. This is Dumbledore's Library, and I'm at 0.56%. It is by the Cross Stitch Studio. This is my biggest piece. It's 800 by 800. So I did start with full crosses, and then I switched it to 10th stitching, and there's like 3 colors in here, and then I started doing 10th stitching, and I can't tell but this is the focus piece for next few years. I still need to order the Harry Potter tote bag because this is a whole yard of fabric. It does fit in this, so that's okay. I mean, I can still use this. It's just an autumn one because this takes a huge project bag, but I won't be stitching on this in October. Okay, what else? I was getting this to 1%, and what did I get it to? 1.01%. It's Christmas Cutie Giraffe by the BDL XXX Stitch Emporium. It's 285 by 274. So, yeah. So when he gets pulled back out, I will go back and I will start doing it as 10th stitch. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, Christmas Cutie Giraffe, and then I will switch it to 10th stitch whenever he gets pulled out again. Oh, and that snowman ornament, I don't know if I told you, that's at 11.72%. Okay. On the 4th of every month, we've been doing patriotic / flags. I am doing Forever in Peace by Sweet Wings Studio. I am at 41.59%. The fabric is Swiss Mocha. That's what I have. It's 2/2. I will not be stitching on this in October. Okay. I went to a cross stitch retreat in Indiana. The weekend right after Labor Day. So we've got a it's a goodie bag, you know, like you get at a lot of retreats. What did I get? So I bought 2 tubes of needles from Under the Sea Fabrics. So these I did buy. The other tube, I believe, is with my cross stitch stuff. They are size 26. Colonial Needle is now making petites. So, and you get, I think there's, how many was in here? I forgot. Maybe, I don't remember. 20? 25? Anyways, I bought 2. Also in here is a little needle book that someone made. We got Mermaid with Coral Crown, and that was made by Emma Smith. And we have a Halloween Cute Witch with her cat by Maria Quaterian Creations. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but there's the witch, there's a cat. Yeah, so I have those. Also, there was also this in the bag. It is a needle threader. And this little thing here, it's a little rubber tube, so when your needle is stuck, you put the needle in this, you squeeze it, and you pull it out. Everybody also got one of these. There's buttons. Some people got a pail. You took which one you wanted. I didn't want the pail. So I thought this was a little needle book or magnet. It's not. It's a little notebook. How cute is that? How cute is that? Someone at the retreat did this for everybody. Then I won one of the door prizes. And this is from Weeks Dye Works. So I have 3 skeins of floss. They're really pretty. This is Bashful. This doesn't have a color for it. It just says that it's a, I don't know, just says cotton floss, but it doesn't have a name. And this one is Miranda's Choice. And then I got, it's not felt. I forgot what they said it was. Like flannel? I don't know. It's really not felt. I forgot what they said it was. So I got these. I can use for finishes. Yeah. It's not felt. It was called something else, and I can't remember now. Okay, so there's that. Okay, now, I think I showed everything. Yep. So, for October, starting tomorrow, instead of a video that says what's going on today, I have a thumbnail made for just October with a special, you know, like it was Flossmas in July. So I'm doing that for October. Each morning you will get a video. I will show you what I stitched on, and I will either spin the wheel, or I do have some new starts. I will show you those in a minute. The days that doesn't have a new start, doesn't have a mill hill, or doesn't have a tiny Thursday, I will spin the wheel. But for the first few days I won't be spinning the wheel, because during the day I do stitch on Chromatic Dragon. Okay, so tomorrow I won't be spinning the wheel. I will be starting Owl Forest Embroidery Pumpkin Porridge. I'm going to start pumpkin porridge, and look at this. Look at this fabric. I think it will be perfect on this. This is 28 count cashel linen. This was dyed for me by Kaya. I think it'll be perfect with this. So I'm going to do it on this green. So that's on tomorrow. Sometime next week is this. It's the 2025 Just Cross Stitch Halloween. I am doing Endless Love on the fabric that it calls for. There is a ton of back stitching. It is going to be a pain. So like when I stitch an area, I'm also going to back stitch as I go along. Yeah. Let's see. Another one that I'm starting, and this is with Becky's Madness for Crafting. We are starting this. It is Halloween Books Store. This was on Etsy. Let's see. It's called Copyright 2025 Creation Rack. So I'm going to do this, and I am going to do it on Wandering Ivy by Silk Weaver. It is a piece of 28 count Lugana. It'll be perfect on this. So this one we are starting October 4th. If anybody else has this, wants to start with us. Also, I am going to be stitching Jack and Sally. I am doing it on a piece of this fabric. It is 28 count cashel linen. It was dyed for me by Kaya. And I think she dyed that green fabric and this orange fabric for me last year, and I really wanted it for Halloween pieces. So, and this will be all done with the black floss. Another new start, and I don't really have a finish for it. It is called Jack and Sally. It's by Dudella Cross Stitch. Let's see if I can find it. Because I don't have a finished piece. So let's see. Dudella Cross Stitch. Go. Dudella Cross Stitch is on Etsy. So let's see if we can find this. Oh, the shop appears to be closed. Well, that's not going to help me. It does say she has a Facebook page. Let's see if it's in her Facebook page. Yep, there it is. So, I tried to enlarge it. Here we go, I'll enlarge it. So it's going to look like this. So it's like the Jack and Sally bobblehead thing on the moon. And it's on a blue fabric. So mine's called Silent Night Medley. I'm going to do it on this. Yeah, that'll look cool. Because you've got his black and white suit. If the black doesn't show up too well, I may just do a highlight or a back stitch over those parts with white floss. And I might do that. So that's a new start for October. And also I have Halloween Candy Shop. I love it. This is by Nara X Stitch on Etsy. This one's $1.95 by $1.74. And I am doing it on this piece of 28 count Monaco that I've had for a long time. It's a grayish color. So we're going to do it on that. And then the last new start for October is Halloween Kitty. It's by Haid, artworks by Malcolm Watson. This is a new pattern that just came out a couple weeks ago. As soon as it came out, I purchased it. And I will be doing this on 28 count Lugana 2/1 tent stitch. Yeah, I cannot wait to start this. Oh my gosh, do you know how many Halloween ones I have that I still want to start? Yeah, I don't have the time. Wish I was like 20 years younger. Yeah, so I'm not doing the Christmas piece on the 25th, and I'm not doing a focus on one Halloween piece on the 13th and the 31st, because we're just gonna, the days I don't have a new start, I will spin the wheel. And like I said, I have more whips on the wheel than I do actual days, which is okay. What else did I want to talk about? Ideas for next year, because we are getting near the end of the year. I do have 2 ideas. I'm focusing more towards the one idea. Since Dumbledore's library, I really want to push for that because it's my biggest piece. So that's going to take the place of Chromatic Dragon starting January 1st. So once Chromatic Dragon is done, if that's done in November, I will go back through my chart of the full coverages I need to get to 1% and get them to 1%. Yeah, next year's ideas. I am not doing a Mill Hill Monday or a Tiny Thursday. I also do not know if I'm going to do a Christmas piece on the 25th. I think that I'm still doing. I think I'm still doing a Christmas piece on the 25th. And I'm still going to do a Halloween piece on the 13th and the last day of the month. So those I'm still going to do. I'm not going to do Patriotic on the 4th. I'm taking next year off from those. I will go back to them, just not next year. Just because I really want to focus on 2 ideas. My number 1 idea is Dumbledore's needs at least 200 stitches a day. So I will stitch on that from when I get up until dinner time. After dinner, I switch. So my first idea, and this is the one I really like, is I took like my cross stitch pieces that are full coverage, that are almost completed, or they're the quick stitch, and I put them on the wheel. I do not have 12 whips on the wheel though, because the Puck's Closet ones, that's the winter, the summer, the autumn, and the spring, those villages, I'm pulling out on those months. So like in March, in the evening, I will be stitching on the spring piece the whole month of March, after Dumbledore's got stitched on. June will be the summer piece, September will be the October piece, and December will be the winter piece. So I don't need to spin the wheel for that. So I needed 8 whips. I put 9 on the wheel just because. And I'm still not sure about this. So I put Snowy on the wheel. Instead of stitching on Snowy every other Saturday night, I put him on the wheel instead, because I can get more stitching on him done if I put him on the wheel and he gets picked up for a whole month. Or I stitch on him every other Saturday night and still leave him on the wheel, and he'll get extra loving on the month he gets picked, because he's almost done. I mean, he's close. He's what? 48.57%. So I do have 9 whips on the wheel. I only needed 8, but that's okay. That's my first idea for next year, which is really what I am going towards. So I'm asking you guys your opinion on, so that's number 1. That's the first idea, which I'm really, really, really going towards. The second idea, which I'm throwing it out there, I don't think I really want to do this. The second idea was to put every whip I have on a wheel. Yeah, because the other thing that's, I still am planning on doing Flossmas in July. So, yeah, this is gonna, it's gonna kind of, and I still like doing the Halloween in October. So we're kind of going to probably do extra stitches on Dumbledore than I plan on, because I know I can do more than 200 a day, especially tent stitch. So yeah, I will work around with that. Otherwise, you know, like the second idea was putting every whip I own on a wheel, and I only stitch one day on that whip. So I stitch on Dumbledore's library, and then I stitch on whatever the wheel landed on that day. There are some whips I am taking off my whip list. I'm not throwing them out. I'm setting them aside. They will not go back on my whip list for a long time, if at all, but I don't want to rule them out. Yeah, there might be like 6 pieces that I really don't care about if I finish them or not. I really don't like that idea though of spinning the wheel every day. I do know that I have some pieces though that I know won't take me long to finish. So that's the other thing. I have quite a few. You know, I have some tiny modernists. If I spent a couple days on them, I could finish them up. Which I may do them. If Chromatic Dragon is done in November, maybe December will be, and December will be some Christmas stitching, but I don't do a Flossmas because Becky and I do that in July. But I still like to do Christmas stitching. So we'll see. But that was my second idea, is just putting every whip on the wheel and spinning it every day, just so every single piece gets some stitches in. I'm not really wanting to do that. I really want to do the full coverages and focus on them. That is really where my head is at. So that was my idea for next year. So again, I won't be doing a Mill Hill Monday. I won't be doing a Tiny Thursday or the Patriotic piece. I think I'm still going as Thursday nights instead of Tiny Thursdays is going to be gnomes. That's what I'm doing next year. So I have two patterns that I really want to do. One is the wine gnomes. I want to do that for my sister. And when that's done, then I will pull out Harry Potter gnomes. That will be for Justin. So like Justin's getting this game of gnomes, he's getting that next year for Christmas. So the Harry Potter gnomes would be for 2027 for Christmas, because Dumbledore Library is his also, but that's not going to be done for a while. So I like to give him a cross stitch piece every year for Christmas, so this way I'm already a year ahead. Yeah, ideas. Those are my ideas. I may just do a Halloween on the last day of the month. Instead of the 13th and the last day, I may just focus on the last day of the month instead of the two. So with that said, I may still work on Christmas because that's a Haid. It's a full coverage. So I think the 25th of the month, I'm still going to work on that Christmas ornament, that snowman. So I will keep that for the 25th. Snowy, I'm still debating on. I don't know. So Snowy is twice a month. The 25th. And then the one day for Halloween. So that's 4 days out of the month that I wouldn't work on that other full coverage. I think that's okay. I think I can get a lot done. I'm really liking that idea. So my Flosstube videos next year wouldn't be very long, because I will only have what, 4, 5, 6 things to show you every month. That's okay. My videos don't have to be long. You know, July is Flossmas in July. That one would be longer. And Halloween, I may, next year, since we're focusing on full coverage, I may just go through my Halloween that are full coverage. Because I have a lot, and they're not just Halloween. Some are autumn. So like I have Autumn Cat Magic. I'll have the Halloween Kitty. I have the Halloween Gnome by Visa. I have the Hocus Pocus Gnomes by Thread Geeks. So I do have quite a few full coverages that are Halloween and autumn that I could do in October next year, instead of doing what I'm doing this year. Christmas, for like Flossmas in July. We're just gonna, I have the Christmas wheel, I just keep it, and if I finish something, I take it off the wheel. So those are my ideas for next year. What do you guys think? I'm really liking doing the full coverages instead of spinning every day, because I don't think I would enjoy that every day, spinning the wheel. I know some of you guys like that. I like the idea of just focusing on just like 2 pieces, and then one Halloween day and one Christmas day, and then the gnomes. I'm really liking that idea. Will I go back to Mill Hill Monday? Absolutely. Just not next year. I love Mill Hill Monday. I love my Mill Hill. You guys know that. And I may put Mill Hill, because they are full coverage. They're just smaller. I may put Mill Hill on the wheel. I may do that. Or, no, I don't know, you guys. That's the only thing is I will miss my Mill Hills. 'Cause I have a lot. But like I said, it's not forever. And you know me, sometimes we get a couple months down the road and I kind of change things up. Maybe I'll do a Mill Hill Monday once a month. Maybe I'll just work on it once a month. I could do that. You know, I thought about maybe putting it on the last day of the month. Maybe I'll do that on the 13th. Maybe the 13th will be the Mill Hill, because I have a lot of Halloween ones. So we'll do a Mill Hill on the 13th. So let's write down that idea. Okay, so Mill Hill. Wait a minute. I actually have... Okay. See, I wrote down not to do any Christmas on the 25th and no Halloween at all. So 2026, we're going to do Dumbledore's Library. We will do the gnomes on Thursdays. Let's do the 13th is a Mill Hill. The last day is Halloween. Then the 13th is a Mill Hill Halloween. Last day is Halloween. The 25th is Christmas, because that won't be done soon. What was my other idea? I think that was it. So then we have Spin the Wheel Monthly. Okay, so then I'm not going to work on Snowy every other Saturday night, because this gives us Thursdays, the 13th, the last day, the 25th. So yeah, no Snowy unless the wheel lands on it. No Patriotic. No Mill Hill Monday. That's just for next year. You know me, I change my mind a lot. I do. I change my mind a lot. And that's okay. So yeah, I like that. So I still get my Mill Hills, but it's only on the 13th. And then another Halloween piece till it's done is the last day of the month, 25th. That's a full coverage. And if I wanted to, I could pull out one of my Halloween pieces that is a full coverage and just stitch on that on the last day of the month. So, yeah, we've got options, guys, because I'm focusing on full coverage next year because we have quite a few that could be done quick. They can be. But, yeah, and this is only September 30th. I mean, I still have a couple months to decide, but that's pretty much my decision. That's pretty much my decision. Yeah, we spin the wheel the first of every month, and that's the second focus piece in the evenings. I like it. I like it. So what's on my wheel for next year? Snowy. Hold on, I'll go grab it. Okay, I am back. So for my full coverages for next year, on the wheel is Quick Stitch Lavender Roses. No, I don't have much done on it, but she's small. Snow White by Sunflower Stitches. Literate Dragon, that's a Haid, that's by Randall Spangler. Quick Stitch Brown-Tailed Sunshine. Yep. Quick Stitch Fred and Albert. Quick Stitch Red Maple Fairy. Rapunzel Story Keep. Faces of Fairy 66. And Quick Stitch Lawn-Tailed Snowy. So those are on the app, so that's 9, and I only needed 8, but that's 9, but that's okay. That's okay. And a lot of them, I can get a lot stitched on in a month. I really can. So I am looking forward to that. So yeah, my head keeps going to that instead of daily spinning. And yes, I know I could have probably done a weekly stitch with every full coverage. I could have done that too. But that is another idea, is just taking all of my full coverages and making a wheel and spinning weekly. That was the other idea. So that would be idea number 2. Instead of number 2 being every single whip, I could spin it every week. So it would be spun on Monday morning. I like that idea also, but I really like focusing just on the one that are small for the month. I do like that idea. I do. Because 2027, I'm thinking we would do like, I would have Mill Hill Monday, Tiny Thursday, Mirabilia / Nora Corbett on one of the days. So I think I would have like 7 projects a week. I'm thinking about that. You know, I've got Carolyn Manning. I have Shannon Christine. I have a few Doreen Jones. Yeah, I have quite a few that I could stitch on. So I could do them weekly, you know. Friday, I don't know. I have lots of ideas floating around, and I just keep writing them down. But next year, yeah, I'm pretty much set on next year. We'll do that. So Dumbledore's Library every single day, 200 stitches. the gnomes on Thursday till they're done. Once they're done, hey, I don't have anything else to stitch on Thursdays. Mill Hill, on a Mill Hill Halloween piece on the 13th of every month. The last day is a Halloween. It'll be a full coverage. The 25th of Christmas, we'll do that snowman ornament. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. So, yeah, I think I'll write down my ideas for 2027 as well. Yeah, I have lots of ideas. And I really want to get some of this stuff finished. Also, another thing, I watched Stitching by the Shore, which is Laura. Check out her playlist. What's it called? I thought I wrote that down. Scrapbooking her stitching. Guess what I'm going to be doing? Do you know how many finishes I have? I like her idea. It's a cheaper way of doing it. You just go buy one of those scrapbooks with the pages that are like this for scrapbooking. They have the upper part is an opening. It's a two or three ring. Scrapbook album are $22. You can get them on sale cheaper than that. You can buy they're called sheet protectors. They're for scrapbooking. They're acid free. Then all you need is some cardstock. You know, they're pretty paper at Michael's and Hobby Lobby, wherever. She buys everything on scrapbook.com. But Hobby Lobby and Michael's sells all that scrapbook and stuff. Then buy acid-free double-sided tape. No framing needed. They have different size albums. So I want to get the 6x8. I want to get the 6x8 album to put my Mill Hills in. Yeah. So you just mount it on a pretty piece of like Halloween paper. And you can put one sheet protector. Can have two projects, one on the front, one on the back. There you go. Then you have a tabletop book. So I want to start doing that. You can't do it with your big pieces, but the biggest album is a 12 by 12. You still can get a lot of stuff in those. So, and get, I wrote down, it's not in here, interfacing. Put interfacing on the back of your stitching first. That's what she recommends. Do a clean cut a lot. She does her borders about 1/2 inch of the fabric showing. Yeah. And you just put the interfacing on, and you use the double-sided tape on all 4 sides all the way across and lay it on there. How cool is that? Yeah. So go watch Stitching by the Shore, her scrapbook for stitching. I watched all her videos. Her videos kept getting better and better with ideas. So her last video is the one where she really, really went into, this is what I'm doing, and that's what I'm doing. You know, I watched all her videos, but her videos just kept getting better because she was going to use sketchbooks. And then finally her last video, and her last video wasn't made that long ago. Go check it out. I'm going to start doing that. And actually, once you fill up an album, you could actually give that album away as a gift. Yes, you could. Or you could do an album that says 2025 and just put in all of your finishes from 2025 in an album. There's an idea. You know, do you know how many Christmas ornaments I stitched up from those Just Cross Stitch ornament issues that are just sitting in a bin? Hell, I could fill up an album just with one of those. And you can write either on the back of the paper or on the front where your stitching is, where the design came from, who the designer is, the title of the design, when you started it, and when you finished it. There is so many ideas for scrapbooking for finishing your cross stitch pieces, but I did not come up with the idea. I did see another cross stitcher on her Flosstube. She mentioned she does that with her mail hills, but she didn't show it. So someone said, you know, watch Stitching by the Shore, so I did. I am thrilled. I am thrilled. Okay, I talked enough. You guys are probably going, just shut up. We get it. Wait till tomorrow. This is going to be fun for Halloween month. Love you guys. Bye.